These rugs, there's what, 10?
33.
You're going to be able to sell 10 rugs. Okay, 33.
There's 33.
I guess you hadn't scrolled.
These big ones, there's at least, 10 or so that are 7. Here's a 10 by 10 Nautica rug, brand ruggable.
Oh, wow.
Ruggables are the ones you can throw in the washer. Those are highly in demand.
That's a good brand.
It's
like the Yeti of rugs.
That's right. The Yeti of rugs. I love it.
With things like the auto parts, you can guarantee that they're going to end up throwing away hundreds or thousands of those things. They just will not move, right?
Yes. You're going to wind up donating them or taking them to the recycler or something like that. The same with you. In this business, you will always have stuff you will donate, and you want to find the people in your community that can use the stuff and do it. So I could talk about this stuff all day. There's a ton of stuff. There's this 32 by 12 building that sold last night for $6,000 that you could buy.
I'm shopping for one of those right now.
Dude, right here in San Francisco, dual container modular office conference room, $2,500, 2 shipping containers. Check this out.
I want those. I'll buy those.
You should go. Well, you got to ship them. They're in San Francisco.
I don't care.
Look at this. Look inside. See? Look at this. This all comes inside. This desk.
You can rent that out as a WeWork.
I know, of course. And it's going to close in 17 hours, and it's at $2,500, right? This stuff is every single day, I'm telling you, right?
Will you send me a link to that?
I will.
I want to buy that.
I just turned my buddy on who's a house flipper up in, no, this is that. Where did that go? Oh, yeah, right here. Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, right? Yep. They just pulled out 2,200 square feet of European oak veneer flooring. It's going to end in one day. It's at $360. Phenomenal condition. They have before and after. They removed it and stacked it for you. And I have a buddy that's flipping a 1,400 square foot home that needs all new flooring. I said, you should go buy this. It's 2 hours from him. So auctions are not just for flipping. It's for upgrading your life. If you're a remodeler, it's for saving money. If you're a house flipper, it's for getting deals so your investment's less. If you have a piece of property and you want to put ADU on it, or a 32 by 12, incredible, basically brand new building.
I can't believe it sold for that.
It sells for this every single day, Chris.
What are we talking about? Why are we talking and I'm not buying all these? You could rent that out for $1,000 a month.
Easy.
It's $6,000.
Yeah, you got to get it near you. This one's in Lincoln, Nebraska, University of Nebraska.
I don't give a crap. I'll drive to Nebraska. That's a 5-hour drive.
You got it. So here, this one's really interesting. It's a little bit more of a chunk of cash, but check these out. So this is a site I love, GovDeals. You may have talked about it before. I didn't even know that Google Glass was still a viable thing to use. Okay. So I did a little research. These typically sell between $150 and $300 if you sell on eBay, and they sell every day. There's some decent velocity. Now this is 1,000 pairs of brand new Google Glass XCC Explorer Edition. I have no idea what you could do with them. Some of my followers came back with some different ideas. I guess they still work, but Google doesn't update the software anymore, that kind of thing. These are brand new in the box. These came from a city in the Bay Area. I don't know what they were doing with them. Right now, they're selling at $45 each. Brand new.
But you have to buy 1,000.
You have to buy 1,000. There are a couple of lots up here that have less quantity. I think there's a box of them and they're selling for maybe $75, $85. This is how you make $100,000, right?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And you wouldn't need to sell very many to get your investment back. They're brand new in the box. They have this stuff. They show the boxes. They show this. They show everything. Here's all the containers. And this stuff is every single day. The deals are not hard to find. You just have to, I always tell people don't watch Netflix, watch auctions because it's more interesting. So yeah, I love this deal. It's fascinating.
All right. Well, I couldn't help. Yeah. I had to open up eBay. I clicked sold items. I clicked new Google Glass XE-C Explorer Edition.
155, 255,
255, 155.
I think there's a 351 in there. And I'm sure there's some nuance. And this is not the deal you start with if you're getting involved in reselling. I want to make that clear. But it's a deal that as a reseller, I always ask people what your unfair advantage is. And some people, their unfair advantage is, well, I have access to capital. I have money. What do I do? How do I deploy it? It's like, well,
that could be a disadvantage if you make stupid decisions.
Yeah, that's it. So, if you studied this, and I don't necessarily recommend buying consumer electronics because I think the margins are no good anymore, right?
Yeah,
we both
know.
Yes, we squeeze those margins down to nothing. It's a fascinating product, and it's something that it's interesting to look at. I love it.
Oh, okay. This is awesome. You know what I could see someone doing with those Google Glasses is selling 95% of them and storing the rest, because those will for sure be collector's items.
I agree. Yeah. I have this cash back mentality where I'm always like, okay, how do you sell enough quickly to get your money back? So I wouldn't even try to sell them for the first batch at $150. I would just be like, how many do I have to sell to get my $45,000 back?
Yeah.
Right? Can I sell, 500 of them? Okay. If that's the case, I'd sell them. I'd move them all out wholesale, get my cash back, and then I'd have 500. And I'd say, well, I'm going to put them up at 199 and just sit on them, or whatever, and do that. So I like to get my investment back.
So that one has 17 watchers. Does it have any bids yet?
This one it's kind of interesting. Sometimes they'll tell you, some of them show bids and some of them don't. I don't think have any bids. And I will tell you why, because it was at 50,000 a few days ago and they lowered the first bid to 45,000. I don't think it has any bids.
Okay. Well, tell me what happens if nobody bids on it. Nobody wants it at that price. Will they try again at a lower?
They'll try. Typically, they're going to try again at a lower price. They may break these up, right? Because it's a pretty ballsy move to throw 1,000 units up there. If I was advising this, it's a municipality, right? That nobody cares. It's not their money. But if it was a private business, the first thing I would tell them is, oh, let's sell them in lots of 100. Because at 100, you probably get $100, right? And maybe you sell, 10,000 at a time. That's 10 grand is easier for people to come up with. I'll wrap it up. Come visit our reseller mastermind. It's shannonjean.com/mastermind. A bunch of Chris's guys are in there. We talk about these deals every day. It's totally fun. There's all kinds of stuff going on, and I'll come back because I have a lot of other stuff that we can talk about. It's crazy.
If you're watching or listening, please comment on Spotify or on YouTube. Should we do this segment again? Shannon's for sure coming back. Should we do this type of show again? I really want to know, because I would love it.
If you like us to go through these auctions, I can show you. And some of them are closed, but most of them are all open. Like some of them closed last night, but most of them are like ready to go. Like this, I'm going to text you, Chris, right now, this link to those storage containers. There you go.
I will buy that so hard.
Yeah, dude. It's incredible. If you're thinking of building something or just stop and go search online and find it for sale at an auction.
All right. What'd you think? Please share it with a friend, and we'll see you next time on the Koerner Office.